Good morning, ladies, or family, I should say. This is welcome for men as well. I just happen to seem to always attract women, but this is applicable to anybody. So I'm just going to give it a minute, see if anybody shows up. I'm going to get myself ready. I'm really excited about today's chat. I'm really excited. It's some good stuff. Some really good stuff. As you can see, I've got my notes. I've been working really hard on getting this content to you. So I've been using all of my resources and my knowledge to bring you the best understandable content that I can. The root chakra is very important. It is our first chakra. It is, it really is one of the most important chakras. So, good morning, Kayla. Happy to see you here. Hi, Mariana. Welcome. All right, ladies. So I'm gonna start. This session with a little bit of a breathing exercise. I would love for you guys to do it with me. It's just gonna be a quick box breathing, and then I'm gonna do sage, and then we're gonna get into it. Okay. All right. So box breathing. We're going to deeply inhale through our nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds, and out the mouth 4 seconds. So essentially what that's doing is it's just going to help you release a lot of the stuff to come out. Oh no. Oh, that's the life of the mom. Hey, Kayla. No, you weren't late. I was running a little bit late, actually, because my husband's off work right now, so the morning schedule is a little bit off. I couldn't get to my shower until like 30 minutes ago, so my hair is still incredibly wet. But that's okay. You're here, so that's what matters. And even if you do miss something or you gotta go, you can always come back and catch the replay. Hold on, let me just check something quick here. Okay, good. So, you ladies that are here, if you could please share this on your timelines, I really would appreciate that. It just helps my business grow, even if it's just your timeline or any groups that are allowed, just to spread the word, just to help me get some action going. All right, so let's start with the breathing. So we're gonna breathe in through the nose for 4 seconds, hold out through the mouth for 4 seconds. And that's just gonna help you release any negative energies or anything that isn't serving you right now. So the intention of this breath work that we're about to do is to release anything that no longer serves you. So that's the intention, just releasing whatever does not serve me in this moment right now. So big deep breath in through the nose. Hold, out. We're going to do it 3 times. So that was 1. Beautiful. I'm going to light my sage. So as always, you're always welcome to any questions that you may have, even if it's not directly about root chakra, that's fine. I'm always happy to answer questions. So in this session, we are going to talk about the root chakra. We're going to talk about some crystals, and we're also going to talk a little bit about essential oils as well. I know some of my followers do enjoy essential oils as well. So that's why I'm going to bring this up too, because essential oils really does help. Really does help our bodies get back to where it needs to be. All right, so we got some sage going on here. Just gonna let that smoke come up for you. There we go. All right, so let's take another breath in. Oh, it's so good. Beautiful. Alrighty. So, how was everybody's week last week? Did anybody that's here right now do the exercise on the 11th? I would love to hear any feedback if you did. I did, and it felt really good, and I feel like things are going in place, so I'm really happy about that. Things are just kind of falling together. There we go, that's better. All right, so let's get started. So, if you did watch my my first video about Reiki, then you kind of know where all your chakras are, but I'm going to show you again. So I am on my phone today, so it is going to be backwards for you. I do apologize, but Just to give you an example, here, let me turn on my light too. There we go. So today we're focusing on the root, and this is actually your first chakra. Your root chakra is your very first chakra, and it's associated with the color red. And it is, it's right at the base of your spine. So it is like kind of in your genital area. That's just where the energy center is. So when you are having a treatment, if it's a hands-on treatment, nobody's going to be touching you there. What we do is we just go above it a little bit just to make sure that the energy flows in through. And if you're doing a distance Reiki healing, then I can still tap into those chakras so that I can get them, so I can get it balanced for you. All right. Hi, Elizabeth. So that's where your root chakra is, and it's associated with the color red. So at a glance, the root chakra is also known as the Muladhara. That's how it's officially pronounced. They all have like their own Sanskrit names because it's very ancient practice. And at a glance, so the color is red. The key issues associated with your root chakra is sexuality, lust, and obsession. So we have 4 bodies. So we all know our physical bodies, right? But we also have an emotional body, we have a mental body, and we have an astral or etheric body, however you want to look at that. That's your spiritual body. So all of these bodies do reside within us. And the root chakra does affect each of those bodies differently. So for your physical body, it's sexuality. For your mental body, it's stability. Your emotional body, it's sensuality. And your spiritual body is security. So if you are, if you're someone that had, like, the root chakra really is all about our childhood too, because that's where our development is. That's where our roots are. So that's why it's also called the root, because that's exactly where everything starts. Everything begins with the root chakra. And a lot of times it can become blocked. It can become damaged. It can become overactive as well. So we're going to get into that. I'm going to share with you some of the symptoms that you might feel when these things are happening, so that you can be like, hey, yeah, that kind of happens for me. I think my root chakra needs some work. And as we go through the sessions over the next 7 weeks, we'll be able to pinpoint where some of your issues are, or you can always just book an appointment with me and I can dig in and figure out where we need to help you a little bit more. So the root chakra is grounding or rooting us, is its main function. So it's basically reminding us that we are one with the earth. We are not one in the earth. We are one with the earth. We are earthly beings. We are spiritual beings. We need to feel that connection to earth in order to feel like we are at our best vibration, to feel that we are at our best capabilities. So you're going to hear me talk a lot about grounding, and grounding really is just about having that connection, remembering that you are with the earth, that you are part of the earth. You are here for a reason. You are exactly what you need to be. You're exactly who you are supposed to be. And like the grounding is just going to help bring us back to what we are supposed to be. So there's a couple of different ways that you can do grounding. You can do grounding with crystals. You can do grounding by literally putting your feet into the ground. There's different exercises that you can do. When I did my first intro to Reiki video, I did do a grounding exercise with you. And it's essentially just visualizing that where the root chakra is, right here at the base of your spine, kind of at your genital area. You want to be able to visualize that you have like roots growing out of there, and it's growing down into your legs, down through the bottoms of your feet, going out the bottoms of your feet and planting into the earth. And you want to call in the warmth of the sun, and you want to call in the energy of the moon. And by doing that, you're going to feel a little bit of a sway. And it's really strange because you don't actually mean to start swaying. You're not trying to sway, but what that is that's you connecting with the actual flow of the universe. That's you connecting with the earth and with its natural rhythm. So if you go through a grounding exercise and you start feeling that sway, then that means you're connected. So the goal when you're grounding is to make sure that you do have a little bit of that sway. You feel like your body is kind of moving involuntarily. That means you're connected. That means that you're grounded. So we'll get into the grounding stones a little bit later. Let's hop back into this root chakra stuff. So another reason why the grounding is so important is because grounding does connect us to the earth energy and pulls the energy up through our system, starting at the root. So if we are having issues with the root chakra, it's really gonna affect the rest of the chakras because the energy travels up. Okay, it can travel down through the top of your head and throughout the rest too, but if there's any blockages either up or down, it's going to affect anything else that's in the way. So if you do have a blocked root chakra, then the rest of your chakras are also going to be affected, because that's really the big one. All right, the root is also the filtration system of our aura. So this is where the toxic energy can leave us and go back into the earth. So if there is any damage or blockages to our root chakra, then we're not able to expel that negative energy out of our auras. So then that means that you're carrying around all of these negative energies from God knows how long, and you're not able to expel it properly because your root chakra isn't working in the way that it needs to help get rid of all of that garbage that is no longer serving you. So yeah, when it is blocked or damaged, imbalances in the physical body will show up. So I'm going to get into some of those symptoms in just a moment. The root chakra is the first chakra. It's a very instinctual chakra. That's where our survival instincts come from. It comes from that energy. Childhood and survival tendencies live here. The compulsion to overeat or hoard material things and money is a negative expression of the survival instincts. So when we're blocked or damaged or overactive, then that's when we get into the negative expression of survival. So if we can never get enough food, if we can never get enough money, if we never get enough sex, then the root is in dysfunction, okay? So the mental and the spiritual body. Let's get into that just a little bit in regards to the root chakra. So the root is the foundation of life. Confidence of who we are and whom we trust are functions of the root. If our early life felt safe and protected, then trust in the world is normally well established. But if early childhood did not feel safe, or if there was some kind of trauma, something that left you felt unprotected, that would stress the root chakra, and it will tend to make us look at the world and other humans as frightening. So this is really important to anybody that has anxiety, that has depression, that has hoarding issues. All of this can be brought back to the root chakra because something had happened in early development to make you feel like you weren't safe. Okay? So what blocks the root chakra? So childhood trauma, if you had a difficult relationship with one or both of your parents, impatience, financial difficulties, poverty, physical abuse, physical neglect, fear of change, and selfishness. So if any of these things are happening in your life, it's actually causing a block in your root. All right? So symptoms of a blocked root chakra. I'm actually going to reach to my other book. I did make some notes, but I found this really interesting section in my Crystal Reiki book. And I thought this was really great. So I just want to read a little bit about what it says here. So when the root chakra is balanced, we are capable of physical activity, exercise, and taking action to provide or defend ourselves. We remain grounded and present. We have a healthy and functioning immune system, solid family and cultural relationships, and are able to confidently and consistently meet our survival needs. We maintain good levels of physical endurance, strength, health, weight, and vitality. All right, so when a root chakra is deficient, so this is like when it might be blocked, or it's just not like, because they're wheels. Chakras are wheels, and if they're not spinning, then it's not clearing all of the stuff out of the aura. So when it's deficient, we experience blocked abundance and provision shortfalls. We have a history or present circumstance of significant family dysfunction, cultural issues and conflicts. We suffer from a lack of feeling grounded, healthy, or full of vitality. We tend to not be dependable, feel incapable of managing day-to-day obligations effectively, have arousal issues, and will experience physical weakness, weight imbalance, fatigue, and overall not feeling well. And then there is a flip side too, that our chakras can actually be overactive. So when a chakra gets overactive, all right, so say it's the root chakra, it's overactive, and it's going nuts. It's just going absolutely crazy. What's happening is all of the energy that needs to be distributed throughout the other chakras, it can't, because all of the energy is residing right here. So it's going nuts, and it can't let the energy just to flow nicely through the rest of the system. So it's going to cause issues everywhere else too. So whether it's blocked or overactive, we need to get that taken care of for you. So when a root chakra is excessive or overactive, we experience addictive behaviors, like hoarding, hypochondria, eating disorders, drugs. There's a lot of things. Anything that's addictive, anything can be addictive. Shopping can be addictive if it's not taken care of properly, or if it's not mindful, right? There's a lot of different addictive behaviors that can happen because of an overactive chakra. Okay, we feel insecure or have a lack of confidence in our ability to survive in the world, and may suffer from unsubstantiated fears of illness or other related survival fears. An excessive concern about material wealth, status, and ownership of material goods plague us. We have weight issues and body image issues, never feel safe, and have frequent bouts of diarrhea and constipation with no obvious physical cause. So that's really interesting, like what can happen. So what causes an overactive root chakra? So overactive root chakra generally comes from abandonment during childhood. So this often results in excess in energy in the root. So that will make us cling to anything that we feel is safe, security, even when it's not. So we do find a lot of men and women in abusive relationships. They stay because it feels safe. And this is why, because in their formative years, there must have been something that made them feel abandoned. Even if like they weren't actually abandoned, something made them feel that way. And that's typically what is going to happen. You're just going to cling to anything that you feel is safe, even if it's not logically safe. Okay. You're going to cling to food. So my emotional and overeaters, I'm one of them. That's an overactive root chakra issue. I've been getting better with it the more that I'm doing work, but that's the thing, is that it's not a quick fix. Doing Reiki treatments doesn't mean that after one treatment everything is clear and you're good, because it's not. It takes consistent work, and it takes dedicated work, and it can be hard, it can be emotional, but you need to go through it. You need to go through it so that you can heal it, and so that you can just clear out all the stuff that is either blocking the chakra or is making it overactive and creating these other patterns that we don't necessarily want in our lives. All right. It can also make us cling to our loved ones. So this is something that I'm personally kind of guilty of, is I'm constantly worried about my loved ones. I'm always worried that something's going to happen to their safety, that something's going to happen that's going to change things, right? So we just have to be mindful of that. And then sometimes it can make us cling to routines. So people that have a really difficult time getting outside of the normal routine, or don't like change, or have issues. They can't just go with the flow. Like if there's a little blip in the map, it's a problem and it creates a lot of stress and anxiety. Well, that's because our root chakra is overactive and it's expelling way too much energy within the root. That's causing a lot of issues. Okay, so just to give you a general overall what the root chakra qualities and functions are, it's full acceptance of life on earth, survival, the power to achieve goals, vitality, grounding, satisfaction, material security, stability, primal trust, stillness, and courage. So if there's any of those things that you're kind of struggling with and you're not really sure why or what the issue is, chances are there's some work that needs to be done on your root chakra. Okay, so now let's get into some crystals that can help support root chakra clearing. So the crystals themselves can't fully clear out your chakras, but when we can introduce Reiki energy into the crystals and we can introduce Reiki energy into the chakras, and that's what's going to really help to clear it out. But these stones will just help really get you grounded, and it's going to help start the process. So first up I have is carnelian. Let me turn this light up a little bit, see if I can get a better look at it for you guys. So this is carnelian. It's a beautiful like orangey red color, and then it's got like these beautiful little flecks of red in it. This is what a carnelian stone looks like, okay? And what this does is it just helps to get the energy flowing better, especially when it's infused with Reiki energy. And a little fun fact about carnelian too is if you have an acute area of pain, so say like you have some pain right here on your shoulder, or you have some pain right here on your neck, you can actually hold the crystal to the pain spot and leave it on there as long as you comfortably can, and it will help reduce the intensity. It's not going to take it fully away, but it's going to help reduce the intensity. So another thing I want to talk about in crystals too, because this will be something that we're going to talk about as I start making these crystal packs and everything for you guys. Your crystals need to be cleansed. So crystals do absorb energies. So you don't want to have that stagnant energy in here and then put it back on your body and connect with it, because it's just going to put everything right back into your body. So the way that you can cleanse your stones is you either put it on the window ledge during daylight, during moonlight. Some stones you can run under tap water as well, or there's an essential oil spray that I'm developing that's going to help clear out the energies too, because essential oils can do the same thing. All right, and then up next I have black tourmaline. This is personally one of my favorite stones. I can hold on to a piece of black tourmaline all day. I feel very grounded as soon as I touch it. I can kind of feel that like that earth sway that I was talking about in the beginning. And it's one of the crystals that I didn't expect to connect to. Not that there's any really any expectation, but it's just not like, it's not a beautiful stone or anything like that. So I wasn't expecting to love it as much as I do, but oh my God. So I've talked about black tourmaline before because I always have this with me when I am doing my readings, because what black tourmaline does is it actually repels negative energy. So it won't even allow it to enter your aura. So when you are doing any sort of spiritual work, it's really good to have a piece of this with you, because sometimes negative spirits and negative emotions and things are trying to be put onto you that isn't yours, and we don't need that. So this really helps with that. So when it's the negativity within you, it actually counters it. So it will take it out of your body and it will get rid of it, and it can turn it into a positive as long as you're mindful and really thinking about the issue at hand while you're holding your stone. It helps to ground the root, and it helps to bring all of the chakras into alignment. So this is a beautiful stone. This will definitely be one of the ones that's going to be included in the chakra crystal pack when I get them together. And then essential oils that can help with grounding, because a lot of these are very, very earth oils. So these are things that you can put on So I have these new beautiful pendants that I just started making. These are lava stone pendants. Sorry, that's the back. So these are lava stone pendants, and what it is, it's a porous stone, and you can actually put your essential oil right on the stone itself. So you can put it on yourself that way, or you can diffuse it. Like I have a diffuser going right there, that pretty colorful thing going off right there. You can have a diffuser with these oils going. So if you're just feeling like everything is really spinning out of control, you're not really sure what's happening right now, things are feeling incredibly weird, and you know, like that feeling when you kind of feel like you're having an outer body experience, or you're having like this feeling where you're not really sure if that's even you that's really happening to. It's almost like you're watching a movie. It's because you're not grounded. So that's when you would need to like reach to a stone or reach to an oil and put it on. So cedarwood, I do have cedarwood somewhere. I wasn't able to find it because I was going to show you guys. The other two I don't have. The other two is patchouli and myrrh. They're both really great grounding oils. So if you're really feeling that like strange, floopy, weird feeling, those oils will really, really help you. And if you want information on where you can get some really good high quality oil, I do distribute doTERRA oils as well. So we can always talk if you wanted to learn more about the essential oils too and how they can help. And then lastly, another practice that you can do to help your root chakra, if that does seem to be one of the areas that you're having problems with. Anything that I've said, you're like, yep, that's me. I have that issue. Yep, that's me. There's 3 yoga poses that you can do that can actually help clear out your root chakra as well. So for those of you that do know yoga, I unfortunately don't. Actually, hold on. I think it was in this book that had the demonstration of the actual poses, so I can show you. Let's see here. Yes, there we go. So the yoga poses for the Muladhara. So up first is the warrior pose. So that's this one here. Okay. And then we have the triangle. That yoga pose there. Okay. And then lastly, we have the eagle. So this will just help bring in some balance into that. So the special that I wanted to announce today is anybody that would like to book a Reiki session with me. Now remember, we do not have to be in each other's space. You don't have to come travel to me. I can do this by distance. I'm going to offer $10 off. So if you want to claim a spot, just leave a comment down here. I'll give you $10 off your first session. And the only thing that you really need is about an hour. So you need an hour of time where you will be undisturbed. Because when I am doing Reiki treatments, I am connecting with you on a spiritual level. So that really weird, ungrounded feeling you're going to feel while I am doing the treatment. So you need to make sure that if you do have kids at home, that they're not going to need you, and that you're not going to be distracted by them, or any situation that you might have at home. You want to make sure that you have the space to have 1 hour to do that. Okay, so just on this video only, comment at the bottom like me, or I want discount, or book me in, whatever you want to say, and I'll grab the calendar and we can get you booked in for the session. It'll be $10 off for your first time. I think that's all I really needed to say about the root chakra. I know it might be a little confusing for people that don't really know a whole lot about it, but hopefully as we get through all of the systems and talk about it more, you'll understand. I do want to give you guys a moment. If there are any questions at all, anything you want clarified, or just anything, ask me. Ask me. I'm here. Use me. Use me. While I'm waiting for some pictures, or waiting for some comments to come through, if they do, I'm just going to show you real quick, because the other day I wanted to show you my amethyst cluster, but it was up here in my room, so I couldn't show you. So here is an amethyst cluster. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my God. This lives next to my bed, and it exudes so much energy. So all the points that you see on the clusters, like energy exudes from all of those points. So I have this in right next to my bed. It helps me sleep. It brings me really good dreams. And it's just a lot of fun. I love it. All right, Kayla, perfect. I'm going to put you down so that I can reach out to you. And we'll book an appointment. right, so Kayla for Reiki. All right, great. I got you down, Kayla. Any questions at all? Any questions at all? Anything you want to ask me? I mean, I could just sit here and show you my collection of crystals because I enjoy that, but I don't know if you would enjoy that. It just feels like I'd love to talk some more. All right, so I'm not seeing any questions come through. So again, if you have any questions about essential oils, about Reiki, about crystals, anything whatsoever, please do reach out to me at any time. I am happy to share my knowledge. Really, my goal with all of this is I just want people to be the best versions of themselves. And really the best way that you can be the best version of yourself is to make sure that you're clearing out that emotional body, you're clearing out that spiritual body, you're getting it into a place that's going to just fill your heart space with love and compassion. And I feel like the more that we can get into those places and those settings, and like the better world that we're going to leave our children, right? It's a huge movement right now. Like Reiki is not just some silly woo-woo thing. It really isn't. It really is proven. There is scientific facts that it works, and that the testimonials that I've seen about Reiki has just been phenomenal. It's a real thing. It's not woo-woo, and it's even starting to get such recognition that there are hospitals in the Western world that are performing Reiki before they do surgeries. And it's exciting. It's an exciting time to be a Reiki practitioner, because it really is starting to be, it's really starting to get the attention that it should. My coworker and I were talking yesterday. I am a dog groomer as well. I work at a grooming salon, and we just had a new girl start, and she's into Reiki and all of this stuff too. And we were having a really great conversation on how this needs to be more mainstream. And we really do feel that the more that people accept Reiki into their lives and accept the healing and accept all of the things that come with it, the better place we're going to have for everybody in the world. And I truly believe that. I really do. All right, so if there's no questions, I'm going to sign off. So next Tuesday, I am going to, we're going to work on the next chakra. So the next chakra is going to be the sacral, and this is a big one. This is a big one, especially for the ladies, because there's a lot of stuff that happens within there. And if that one has low energy, blocked energy, or overactive energy, it's really going to affect your happiness. It really, really is. Happiness really resides there. So we want to make sure we get that all cleared up for you as well. So as always, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for being here. Any questions at all, please do send them through, whether that's on my business page or my personal page. Always happy to help, okay? All right, have a great Tuesday, everybody, and we will see you tomorrow night. I'm doing a live card pull, so it's $10 for 3 cards or $15 for the 5 cards. That'll be a regular 3-card draw, and then your angel and crystal card. And I'll talk a little bit more about my crystal jewelry tomorrow night, I think, because I've got a few new pieces that I would really love to share with you guys. If there's something that you would like to purchase, I'll have that up for you tomorrow night. And then next Tuesday, I'm hoping the same time, maybe 11 o'clock, because 10:30 was pushing it just a little bit too close for me. And we'll work on the next one. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, anybody that's here catching me live or the replay, thank you so much, and we'll see you soon.